What's up? Me and Miles here at the Velthuis,
Absolutely.
and we accomplished a lot today. What did we get done, Miles?
We scrutinize, but really these are just nitpicky items because this property looks amazing. I'd love to have you here in person to see the landscaping. That's probably what's pulling this all together. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, landscaping looks phenomenal.
Absolutely.
We've got some grasses. I like to specify mainly grasses because they seem to be hardy. You really just need to pop a green. You don't need too much, and grasses don't, like, a lot of times you get a bunch of these bushes in and they're kind of, after a while, they're overgrown and ugly, and the grasses just continue to get better and better.
I agree. And from a maintenance perspective, are you thinking about that as well?
Yeah.
In terms of landscaping
Yeah,
costs as we go
always.
into operations?
So you don't really have to cut the grass down, and if you do want to cut the grass at the end of the year, you just cut the grass. It's super simple. You don't have to shape the bushes and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, as Miles said, we are just being overly nitpicky, but it is a brand new building, and this is the time to be overly nitpicky. We're still in warranty. We're still under our punch list. So we're just going to keep adding some more items to the punch list. Poor Caleb, poor Veldco, but that's what we do. And, there's some complaints. The customers are complaining about this, that, and the other, and we're going to come in and try to make it better. But overall, phenomenal. The lease is going great. What'd you say? This is smashing all the records?
Yeah, I mean, our management company, RPME, has basically told us that this property has smashed all the records in terms of traffic, leads, leases. I think we had 18 the last month. So
18,
last
week.
Yeah, last
18
week. You're
leases
right. Yeah,
last week.
Exactly.
And 156 leads. I've never seen a report like the last week's lead report. And the report prior to that I thought was phenomenal. And then we got one that was even better this Monday. So, and walking through it, yes, I'm nitpicking it and I'm complaining about this, that, the other. But when you just step back for a minute and look at how phenomenal this project is, it's amazing. And you can see why why everyone wants to live here.
Yeah, and we're also meeting with RPME in person, right? Which is super helpful because Dustin nor I can be here all the time. So you have their maintenance guy, Dale, here, who works for RPM. He now knows all these nitpicky items and the standard we expect. And we can basically relay that information to them, and they can keep tabs on all these things and work as a team to resolve them much quicker than if we're trying to do things from afar or without people understanding the big picture.
And yeah, so we walk into some units, and there was a couple of units that were set at like 61, some at 68, all of them in the 60s. And yeah, that's impressive for the leasing agent when they can come in and it's an ice box in the summer. But for us, it causes issues elsewhere. So we want those costs down. So we inform them at that point, like, hey, you got to keep these thermostats at 70 or up. Yeah. So just little minor things like that throughout the building. And then just some punch list items that hadn't got done yet. So
with every building, we're getting better and better. I think the teams are getting better and better. The communication is getting better and better, and it's evidence. Like this is our second building here in Sioux Falls, and every subsequent building is continuing to ramp up in terms of how we hand them off one team to another.
Yeah, and as we communicate with our new property management teams, and they know also what we like. So I've been communicating a lot with Veldco, and they're understanding what we like, so they don't have to call us as much to make decisions. And then a lot of time we encourage them to make the decisions, and we critique afterward because we don't want to be bottlenecks and holding up the process.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, the Velthuis is looking amazing. You can also just look at the cars. Look at how nice the cars are. That's also a really good sign of what kind of people we have living in these units.
Agreed.